It's time now to review headlines of today's newspapers. And of course, we're going to start with This Day, the newspaper of record.
All right, so we proceed with the newspaper review, and it's today's This Day on Saturday. We take it from top to bottom. The window story comes on a good note. Goldman Sachs, Naira, now world's top performing currency, predicts further gains below 1,000 Naira to a dollar. Currency sustains gains, now 1,142 Naira to a dollar on official FX window and 1,150 to a dollar on the parallel market. Some good news coming.
Fantastic news
coming from the exchange rate, market there. I'm sure that a lot of people will be happy. It's been steady. It looks like CBN is working to take us back to where they met it and possibly go far lower, yes, because that will be the idea. It isn't about raising it to almost 2,000 and then coming back. We celebrate it, but then we know where we're coming from, isn't it?
It's definitely, again, kudos to the CBN and the CBN governor, Mr. Yemi Cardoso. So it's nice to see effective policies actually do what they're supposed to do. The Naira is responding to actual economic, monetary policy that we're seeing come out of the CBN. And I think it's positive for our morale as a country. It's positive for investor or actually getting foreign direct investment into the country. So as you said, we hope they take it to where they found it and take it even further than that.
Absolutely, that's the prayer. That's what Nigerians will want, so that all those who have been hiding behind, it is the dollar, but then rice is still how much? 80-something thousand, 90,000 per bag.
Yes.
Cement, we know what the price is. Fuel. Those things that we'll have to work on them. The other story says falling crude output. Lukobiri says federal government taking steps to address situation. That story is on page 5 of today's paper. That's not a good one there. Reading it yesterday online and things, I saw that we're falling below 1.2 million.
Yes.
And the budget for this year, I think projected 1.6 or something, million barrels a day. This is not good enough. Let the minister do what is necessary so that we can at least meet the target that we set for ourselves at the beginning of the year. I think 2 million was meant to be the original target if OPEC allows, but we were not even meeting, our OPEC thing. The story beside the first picture on the cover is about the story we read earlier in the program. Olakunle nominated as 43rd Olubadan. That's the former Otun Olubadan who will now be the Olubadan. There have been a lot of back and forth as to his health, and things like that. But I think it's only those who don't understand how the chieftaincy stool in Ibadan works that will think that on account of health, you will just touch somebody who has been climbing steadily for more than 30 years to get to that place. It's not about age, it's about the propriety of it. And luckily, I like what the Olubadan Council, with the support of the governor, Seyi Makinde, what they have done, insisting that the man, whether he's old, whether he's struggling with his health, should be the Olubadan. His predecessor sadly spent only 2 years on the stool, but it isn't, always about, is he old or is he healthy? It is God that determines, how long you will stay on earth. The lead story says NLC, Abure-Led NWC sustained battle for Labour Party control. Labour reviews 2022 agreement. LP justifies ownership via 2015 INEC letter. Embattled National Treasurer urges Abure to honor agreement.
Labour Party
is still troubled. And NLC, will not let go. They're saying we're the owners of the party. We register this party, respect agreement. The other story there, it's on music and culture, so to speak. Oris Wileki, reggae music not dead. It has metamorphosed.
Yes.
That's on page 22. I think the importance of this story is to use it to send a message to those who are trying to browbeat all the other types of music in Nigeria and in Africa under Afrobeats.
Yes.
That is not the way to go. There are several genres of music in Nigeria. Bona fide, we should allow different genres to grow at their own pace.
Yes.
Reggae is not dead. Raga is not dead. Akpala is not dead. Fuji is not dead. You know, they are all there and they deserve to be heard. Afrobeat is doing wonderfully well, but then don't say that everything should come under Afrobeat. That's not the design of how music, works globally.
Yes. Let's quickly look at the Saturday Sun newspaper. The story under the masthead there is Bobrisky lands in jail, confesses to being a man. Mixed reactions over 6 months jail term for cross-dresser, as many controversies. The story continues on page 15 and 24 of this story. I do not believe is going to go away anytime soon, because 6 months for a first-time offender.
What is not going to go away?
I don't think the controversy around this, because again, I believe what we are going to see now on social.
He's already in jail. He's already moved to Kirikiri.
Not simply Bobrisky's case, but the case about the mutilation of the naira of spring money and this cross between the law or culture was permissible and not. Again, there are going to be weddings this weekend, and I wonder how this case is going to play out for how people experience our culture of spraying money or in weddings, and what this actually means in terms of if our laws are appropriate or if these cultural practices are appropriate.
There's a law in place.
Yes.
Idris or Bobrisky or whatever. We should choose it.
So let's go to the main story there.
He pleaded guilty, by the way.
The main story there is that ahead of the NEC meeting, scramble for PDP. Wike Atiku's fight divides governors, senators, and reps. Now that is on page 26. We've gone from Labour Party crisis, of course, now to PDP crisis. We do have Nyesom Wike, the Honourable Minister of the FCT, who is a member currently of an APC government, scrambling for control of the PDP. These two men, of course, both came first and second in the last presidential primaries for the party. So I do not believe that this fight is going to, they're both not going to go down without a fight.
It's not over until it's over. It's a fight that they will take almost to 2026 when the primaries for the next election will happen. I'm sure that it will be interesting. We'll see. All right. Are you done with the Sun?
Yes. I mean, unless you want to take a quick story on gratification under the picture, the CBN official reveals how he collected $3 million for Emefiele. Ex-CBN governor gets 50 million naira bail. The continuing troubles, trials, and tribulations.
The many troubles of Mr. Emefiele. Very quickly, in 5 seconds, a Saturday Telegraph, the lead story ahead of PDP NEC meeting. Atiku governors on coalition cause, similar to what we had in the Sun, and their cousins, by the way, Sun and Telegraph. Governors aligned with Wike, back Damagun, a few other, stories there. And then the 10 years after Chibok girls' abduction, government rehabilitating our daughters' captors. Parents allege, say our daughters opting for marriage with terrorists confusing, traumatizing, insists giving stipends to parents on anniversaries of abduction. Is not enough. I think that's a plea from parents of the abducted ladies, and I think that government should listen to them.